Hey y'all.
Hey y'all.
We are here, okay? We've been telling y'all we was going to do some reviews for shows and we didn't lie. We was just late cuz we was on CP time. So here we are. We are going to be reviewing Real Housewives of Potomac. We are on
Yes,
season
yes,
7.
y'all.
Disclaimer, do not come for what I have to say. I am just giving my thoughts. These are just my thoughts. Okay.
Disclaimer, you can come for me, but you won't get any money. You'll just get these kids, Big Bertha, and more debt to come,
Mm, mm.
So come for me if you want to, but these are just my opinions, and this is just how I feel, okay?
Yes,
When
yes.
I
And you're on
watch,
TV,
because,
so this
yeah,
is what
so
happens.
you
People,
decided to let me into your house, into
yes,
your life. So
yes,
this is what I think.
yes. And don't worry. I mean, well, I'm not gonna say how bad we're gonna be because I don't think we're gonna be that bad because I try to be nice, but I cannot speak for all of us. All right, so season episode 1 opens up with Karen, Giselle, Ashley, and Robin outside with the cherry blossoms having a picnic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at my notes, you guys, so just so you know. Jasmine, you can start with your thoughts.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna go down. Well, I only need to talk about two characters in this particular scene. So the
Okay.
first scene is, the first character that I would like to speak on, would be Ashley. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really understanding where the divorce is coming from. Like everything that she was leading up to, like trying to tell us, like, okay, so why you getting a divorce?
Mm-hmm.
None of it was like, it was missing. I didn't get the equation. Like I got it, and then it just was like, I would have been okay with, like, I'm getting a divorce because I want to. Oh, okay. But
Mm-hmm.
the thought of you saying, "Oh, I stopped drinking and our sex life is like this," or it was just too many things that was like, well, he is like 93 years old and you 20,
Aw.
so what did you think
She's in her
was about
30s
to
now,
happen?
so no, she's not quite.
Okay, well, she in her 30s. You done after 2 kids. I know what you was doing. You smart. You smart.
She
Cause
waited
you
till
gonna
after
get
that
you gonna be paid for
freedom.
life. You gonna be
Maybe
paid
she
for
made
your
it them
life.
5 years. That baby said,
She sure
I'm gonna do
did. She
three
made
more
them
good
five
years for
years.
measure."
Yeah, so it was, I don't know, it just threw me for a loop on that one. So that was just confused. I was just confused with that whole equation.
Mm-hmm.
It proceeded to confuse me even more
I feel like you
when
about to say what
Robin
I
fixed her mouth to say,
listen, ma'am.
I said,
You know
who
what? So funny.
who is this talking? Like, I could see if Karen said it. If Karen said it, I would have been okay, because she, you know,
Mm-hmm.
she
Mm-hmm.
pretty much the only one that could speak on it, because even with Giselle, it's like, I feel like you would have did that with Jamal. Like, I honestly
Girl.
think that you would have done that with Jamal. If Jamal would say, "Hey, let me live with you for a couple of years or whatever like that. We divorced, but let me live with you
Mm-hmm.
for a couple of years or whatever." You would have blamed it on the kids, which is fine if that's how you live or whatever. But I'm letting you know. I think I told my friend earlier, the only way we get a divorce is if he dies. Like, I'm killing him. Like, I'm
Oh
not
my
gonna divorce you and then we gonna be cool. Mm-mm.
Listen, it's so funny, y'all, because we did
Mm-mm.
not talk about this with each other because we wanted it to be like for real, for real. Like, I want your thoughts. We don't want to double up on anything. And she had already said, "Girl, I feel like we probably gonna say some of the same stuff." And listen, when I tell you, I actually kind of opposite. I mean, like, I am the same. Confused. I am Confucius when it comes to Ashley and Michael said divorce situation, because a divorce is just that, a divorce. Like, why would I divorce you and buy a house with you?
Right, that's
That
stuff you do
makes
when you're
no
married.
sense.
Hey, we got married,
Yes.
we bought a house together. Now we divorced and we buying a house
Absolutely.
together. Come
We're gonna
on.
buy a house together. I didn't understand that. I mean, I did understand though when she was talking about like the lifestyle changes, because those are, I mean, stopping drinking, that's minor, but like sex life stuff. I mean, because the reality is she came into this marriage open. Like, let's have a, clearly they were having an open swinger type marriage, and now she's saying, no, I don't want to do that, and he still wants that. So to me, that's a big difference. Like, That's
let
a
me
big difference.
let me respond to that real quick. I'm get back to your response, but let me respond to
Mm-hmm.
that real quick. That's why it is so important if you start something in your marriage or whenever you were dating and you decide that you don't want to do it no more and the other
Mm-hmm.
party is not on board, that's your fault for letting you started
Absolutely.
this animal. You started this monster.
Well,
And it
she said that's
reminds
why
me
I'm putting it
of
down by leaving him.
the what's
He
that
gonna get
show?
left.
The Shy. It's exactly like The Shy with I can't think of the boy name, but he had baby
Oh,
mamas
with
or whatever.
Jacob Lattimore and his wife, Tiffany and
Yes.
Emmett.
Tiffany. Yeah, yes. Thank you for the names. I'm like, I see their faces, but I just don't know their names. Tiff and
Jacob
what's the boy
Lattimore,
name?
Milwaukee bread. Okay, continue.
What's his name in the thing?
Emmett.
Emmett. Cause he was like, all right, you want to have an open relationship? Fine.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing it when we wasn't married, so might as well. But
That one we
so it
wasn't
was
married.
just like, so now you talking about some, oh no, you don't want to have an open relationship or whatever like that. And she like, oh, I think Michael heard not right now, and I don't want to do it at all. You
Mm-hmm.
created this. Like, you
That's true.
don't let
I
that type of
mean,
stuff in your relationship.
listen, that's what I'm saying. That's why it's like that's a big difference. And granted, like you said, she allowed that. Now she's saying she don't want it. So, but she clearly can't be that much against it, because if I'm really against something and I'm like, I'm going to divorce you and not be with you anymore, I'm going to actually leave you, not buy a house with you, and be with you more. Furthermore, girl, listen, y'all need context. Robin has been with her husband slash fiance forever. So for her to be the one to say, listen, I wrote it down. Robin said when her and Juan got divorced, she wouldn't buy a house with him. My commentary says, girl, you live with him the whole time. Hush up. You ain't never leave him too. But you know why you didn't buy a house with him? Because you guys were already in a house with your children. So you didn't move. So you guys are still together, cohabitating.
But even in the new season, in the old season, didn't they move to a smaller house together?
And then you had a big house, and then you guys downgraded, and guess what? You all moved together. You, him, and the kids moved to a little house. Now y'all got a big house that her name on the deed. But guess who live in the house? He do. But y'all engaged again and everything, but he still live in the house.
They gonna be engaged forever.
Oh, girl. I also wrote that they brought up, they had questions about Mia's social media activity with her possible health scares. Giselle, Robin, and Ashley felt that she was being very attention seeking. And Mama Karen gave her the benefit of the doubt and said, only difference is she wouldn't have went to social media. She would have went to Jesus. I said, you better go to Jesus, Karen. Listen.
Glory, hallelujah. She said, because
that's who you need to be going to.
That I just pray. Because guess who the only person that's going to be able to, whatever health issue I'm having? Jesus. He the only
absolutely.
one. He the only one.
Okay, so that was that, y'all. The next scene, Candace and Chris at the doctor talking about freezing embryos. Apparently Candace don't want her husband to have no job, is what it seemed like, because how you mad? I mean, granted, I get that he working late hours, but she used to him working at home, so now she mad that he working and talking about he ain't got no off time. I guess he worked too much. I also want to say that clearly once she does have a baby, she's clearly gonna have a nanny. She's not gonna be she's not gonna be available, because she talking about on Wednesday she want to have babies, on Thursday she want to go on tour. Girl, sit down. Down. That's all I got to say about them on that. I didn't really have too much.
Yeah, mine's short and quick with that too. Since when did they want to have a baby though? Like, I don't recall Chris saying that he wanted children. Did I miss something? Did he say he wanted kids?
I mean, he already got kids.
That's what I'm saying. Did he say he wanted kids with Candace?
I mean,
or is
Jasmine,
this just
they don't
something
show
like,
us everything.
okay, because like with my
I
mind,
don't.
like I'm looking in, like I'm reading between the lines. I'm like, are you trying to have a kid because you're the only one out the group now
Mm.
that doesn't have a kid, and now Ashley has 2 kids on you? And I feel like she always been
Mm.
competing with Ashley.
Mhm.
So I was just
Mhm.
confused of like, who is forcing you to? I think even the producers had asked like, so why now do you want to have a baby or something like that? And it was just like who said, hey, Candace, you just got married, so let's have some
Have a
kids.
baby.
No, enjoy your time. You trying to be a singer, go tour, go live
And she
your
tried to be an
life.
actress. She was
Oh,
on.
she trying to act too?
Remember, she
Like
was
that's you're
on. What's that show with Tia and
who?
them on Netflix? Family Reunion.
Oh, she was on that.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go
Maybe
back and
like an
watch that.
episode, but she was on there.
Oh, you know what? I do remember that one. I
Mm-hmm.
do remember that one, and I was surprised she was on that type of one because they was fighting on that one, and I was like, girl,
Just
you don't know how to fight.
nah. If
I do remember seeing that one.
that's only if Monique was there. If Monique was there, she would have been.
Girl, she wasn't acting at all. She
Oh, I can't wait till she cry, y'all, so I can have my
girl, so you
my
can
square tissue.
get
So
your square
you like
tissue because she is going to do this. But
you gotta
yeah,
make
I
it
was
more
just
square. It
confused
gotta be
about
look.
that. Like nobody is asking you to have kids because you're still a kid yourself. You're a spoiled brat. What I was really confused about when they got in the car and she was like, if you cuss at me one more time, and then she proceeds to cuss at him. So I was like, so it's okay for you
Absolutely.
to say the F-bomb, but he can't say the F-bomb at you. Y'all both hungry. Go get something to eat. Go take a nap.
Now, I will say he did preface by saying, I'm hungry and I'm cranky or I'm moody. She said, I'm hungry and I'm fine. You know, whatever. Girl.
See, spoiled brat. Spoiled brat. She does not need any kids. If I was a doctor, even at the doctor office. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. No, you did. I would have been like, you know what?
We can talk about this
Let's
later.
try. Let's try in
this
3
right
years.
now.
Let's try in 3 years.
I mean, well, they are only doing embryo. They're just freezing, so it's not like they're having a baby right now.
But
They're
really,
just preparing.
you don't even have to freeze them. Like, just don't have any. Like, you're a kid
True.
yourself. Like,
True.
and I honestly don't know if that's like, to me, she doesn't get. Not that she got to prove nothing, but to me, she doesn't give off a vibe that she wants to be a mama.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I really was like, I don't. From her conversation, I was like, I don't think that you're ready to have a kid. I mean, no one's ever really ready.
No one's ever ready. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was just like the whole like, you want to go on tour. Like, it doesn't seem like. I mean, granted, again, she's just freezing her embryo, so it's not like she's trying to get pregnant tomorrow. But you know, she's just preparing. She is just preparing. So who knows? She didn't say she wanted them today. She was just saying
she did.
She's
said
getting
Wednesday.
prepared. Anywho, the next scene. The next scene is Robin and Charisse at the restaurant. I started the last one, so I'm going to let you start it on this scene because your face is very interesting.
This one was very interesting. The fact of the matter. Well, granted, let me explain. For my household, a prenup is never going to be in the questioning because we didn't have anything when we started. We still don't have nothing. Like,
oh my
I wish you would say that, you know, sign a prenup. Like, but I mean, I get it. She, like, at first I didn't, like, that was a question that I had, what Cherie had asked, like, did you sign it? Like, and she was like, yes. And she was like, I just hope that he doesn't look at it differently. Listen, baby. You know who men are. Like, it doesn't matter that you're the breadwinner. Like, he probably his ego is already probably shot off of that. And then you talking about a prenup? I'm with Michael. Y'all ain't never gonna get married.
Michael said, "Listen,
you
what
ain't
you ain't
even
about
to
to
worry
do?
About no prenup. Listen, Michael said
you ain't about to marry his man. Okay,
you not finna marry him, and Michael finna get a divorce. Y'all
about
listen
to be out here. Listen,
he said, me and Juan are together. Okay, we are a couple.
me and Juan. I suck his. Ain't that what he said?
They gonna be MJ. That's what they gonna be. MJ. Like, MJ. Here come MJ. Okay, MJ. Here you go. But yeah,
Oh,
so it
Lord
was just
Jesus.
like I was I don't know, I was thrown back like, girl, I know you don't think that he gonna be like, oh yeah, where the papers at? Let me sign. No, no. I
We don't
mean,
know. We don't know.
he may just like, well, I was gonna say just like Ty did with Candy, but Candy
Mm-hmm.
Mama was being messy with that. But I don't know. It depends on the tone. It depends on how she come at. No, I don't know. I'm
You
gonna
just don't
stand on
see
it.
it.
I think he.
Mm.
I mean, he may still sign it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I don't think it's gonna be an easy conversation. It's not gonna be a easy pill to swallow either. Like you already
Yeah.
got to deal with that your wife making more, or the mother of your children are
Your
making more than
fiance.
you. I
Your fiance.
don't even want to call it fiance. The mother of your children is making more than you, and you basically living off her because if you're not on the deed of the house, like that does
Yeah,
something
she said
to
that too. She
men's
was like, "He not on
ego.
the deed. He
Yeah,
not on the deed."
and I get what Cherie was saying. Like, I mean,
Her name is Sharice, but it's okay.
oh,
You know you a grandma on that baby.
but Sharice, I'm sorry. Let me get these names right.
Yes.
Sharice, like, I get it. Like, just because you weren't in there at the job or whatever like that, it does not mean that you like I well, hopefully she kept the house
Mm-hmm.
clean. She cooked for
Mm-hmm.
you. She made you
Mm-hmm.
feel like the man that you are. She was your cheerleader. Um all of that don't come cheap. Like
Yeah.
she probably was still looking good for you. She was showing up for you when y'all was doing stuff like that or whatever. Y'all was a partnership. Like that's a team.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I don't know if it would be, I don't know if it's fair to do half and half, but if that's what you signed up to do, then that's what you signed up to do. Like,
Yeah. I don't know. I wrote Robin and Juan don't have a wedding date still. Just like you said, I don't know. I ain't gonna say they're not getting married, but um and then I don't I I feel like granted I agree with everything you just said in terms of like men and how he would feel. But I mean I do think that because since she was a good sport and she signed the prenup, he should be a good sport and sign the prenup as well. That's just my thoughts. I mean, at the end of the day, where they going? They're not going nowhere. They're gonna be together forever anyway. It does not matter,
exactly. He gonna sign
marriage
the
or no
prenup and he still,
marriage.
they gonna get another house
Exactly.
together, just like Michael and
Marriage or no
Ashley doing.
marriage, they're not going nowhere. Period. Hush. Next thing, Mia is in her new rental home that costs $10,000 a month.
Girl, and she
Uh,
spent
uh,
65,000 on it.
girl, spent 65,000. We be here.
I was like,
Listen,
wait, what? This
I
not
think,
even
but
your
she's saying
home.
but was she saying like furniture and everything? Like, is that what she
No,
was
she said she
referencing?
had to make some changes in the
That's
house.
what you know. What she did say that. So yeah, I don't know. Y'all know
So
me a
it,
little
like,
special,
this
but
not
you
coming
know,
with you, like, or unless it's a rent to own. Maybe it's a rent to own.
I don't know. But anyway, um, I was still, I was confused because like I said earlier, the women were a little confused about her social media. So her
Mm-hmm.
mom asked her, had how everything was going, and Mia said that there were some unknown lumps and that she had a chest exam and she was waiting on the results. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and that really was it. And then I think what's her name came and talked to her, and she just kind of just told her the same thing, that she was worried about her. She wanted to check in on her, but
Mm-hmm.
cancer didn't come up in this scene or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the only thoughts that oh no, I said Karen addressed social media posts. Mia said her best friend Jacqueline told her to be honest with her. She said highlight reel, which is basically just her followers. Um, and then I was confused because she told Jacqueline that if she died, she wanted her to marry her husband.
Her husband. I was like, nasty.
Like what?
No, I don't want him. He is yours, all of yours, and he
Yeah, that
probably
old
gonna.
man.
Let
Look.
me not say that.
Remember last year he was at Karen doing all that crazy stuff.
Like, not attractive.
That's
And that is just no. There's too many lines to be crossed. Like, no, that's your
why
husband. He will always be your husband. I don't understand why you would even let that come out your mouth.
exactly. Like why would you? She's a swinger. Oh. Do you have anything else?
That's it. Like hers is not interested.
Next scene, Wendy meets up with Peter to
Why is
discuss
he
opening.
here? Like,
Peter, what are you doing here? What are you doing here?
why is he here? Why is
Listen.
Wendy trying to make a lounge bar library?
With a library? Girl, talk about something. She want the library to have all books by Black authors, and she want kids to be able to come in from 2 to 4. Now,
Girl, you think this a daycare? What the heck?
Listen, ma'am. Okay,
Happy hour
granted,
daycare.
but people are going to be at said lounge, like unless the lounge is open at night for adults and you cannot be there during the day, maybe something you can work out. But at the end of the day, Peter told her the truth. Like, girl, that ain't gonna work. Like, no, nobody want to get lit and some kids is sitting up in here reading books.
You know how quick I was sober up if I gotta yell at my child? Put that book down, AJ. Put it down.
Listen, I don't.
You read that book already. Get another one.
And if I'm at a lounge, like I want to eat some food, maybe have a drink. I don't want to read. If I want to read, I will go to the library or I will just read at home. That's just what I feel like. And then her husband, Eddie, don't want her to do it because she already got 80 million things on her plate. And Girl. She said herself, she can't even manage her plate now.
Girl. I said, well, why?
If you cannot handle the things you have now, why add something? And it costs $300,000.
Girl, and she don't even get that until like what he say? How many years later?
He said it takes like 18 to 24 months until you see a return, whatever.
In 2 years, holla at me. Maybe, and then I will have a work-life balance. In 2 years, I'll holla at you. You talking about something? I'm gonna need Eddie to sign a check for that amount of money. That means you need to sit down.
Eddie said he
ain't even got your back on this.
You a professor, political commentator. You already got your what is it?
She got
candle line. Mm-hmm. You be out here doing speaking engagements. You a mother, you a wife, and she be doing some other stuff. You be taping for Potomac. Girl, you ain't got time. Sit down. Okay.
No time at all.
Moving on.
She should hit up Nene. Didn't Nene just that'll be in Atlanta.
Hit Nene up for what?
Oh, Nene for her lounge? That she was gonna sell her lounge.
She don't want to be. You don't want that. Okay, Ashley meets up with her family. No, I'm not saying she don't want. I'm just saying it's in Atlanta. It's not economic. Okay. It's not. It doesn't make sense.
And she the one that said she'd be nice, y'all.
I am nice. I'm just saying she's in Baltimore or
I hear
Maryland.
Yonder.
Oh, no, she's in Maryland, and that's in Atlanta.
Oh, they're so cute.
Y'all, Ashley and her family. No. I cannot hear anything.
Oh my gosh.
Ashley and her family, her family just as confused as we are.
Girl, especially that uncle. I said
Uncle
I
Lump.
love him. I love him.
I wrote that too. I said Uncle Lump said,
well, what type of life are you living, baby? Like just let me know. What type of life you trying to live?
Told the baby get a lawyer. I said Uncle Lump is not feeling it. He said, baby, who's in charge of all this stuff? Michael?
I told you this is like I'm just now getting in this, so I don't know quite. Well, you know who know the answers to them questions?
A lawyer. And then Ashley don't even know how much anything costs. In her little interview, when they was like, "How much money do you think you need?" She said, "Honestly, I don't want to answer that question. I can't answer that question because I don't." Yes, so ma'am.
Girl, go sit down and go take a financial peace university class or something. Like, I just need you to get...
I mean, it makes sense. That's why she's not leaving him. That's why they're not divorced. Because she just, why? Why for? Okay, why?
She is living her best life.
Listen, but Uncle Lump, he was like, you right. He was, girl, is you crazy? What kind of crazy life? What you doing? I said, Uncle Lump. I've always liked you, Uncle Lump.
I sure did.
But then I was confused too because she was saying, I mean, I wasn't confused, but she was like, she's always had to choose between Michael and her family. And that kind of sucks too. Like, you know, whatever. Like, that's not a good position to be in.
Yeah. Next,
Giselle was at home with her kids. I have nothing to say.
Her kids are so cute.
Yes, her children. And then the only thing that touched me was when she was talking about she got one more year with her older daughter. And then, you know, Grace. Is it Grace? Grace, Angel, and Adore. I think it's Angel and
Mm-hmm.
Adore, the twins, and then Grace is the older one. So she was saying she only had a year left with Grace, and then the twins will be leaving a little after that, and that kind of made her feel away. So
Them kids can't wait.
Kids can't wait to get up out the house. They like, ooh, mama, I can't wait. That's why Grace wasn't even in the scene. She was gone.
She was like,
she got her little car.
And you're right. You embarrassed me when I was getting my apartment. I'm not dealing with y'all. I don't want to see a video. I mean,
but her children are cute. They are really, they are pretty so girls. Hopefully they are down to earth and Anyway, moving on. The last scene is Karen's party. Okay. So I start off saying Ashley forgot that she said she was getting a divorce. Cause they was like, so you getting a divorce? I said, no, I said Ashley forgot that she was getting a divorce after she closed on that house. After that house closed, that baby said, what divorce? Who said that? Who? I ain't said that. I didn't say that my little divorce.
I ain't getting no divorce. He just paid all of that. He paid the down payment, everything. He got the first 6 months of this mortgage. I didn't say that. I said we were separated. As in, like, we're going to separate ourselves from that apartment that we lived in to this house.
Because that high rise was not getting it.
That high rise is not for kids. So he going to stay there for a little while. But I'm going to move the kids in over here. Then he going to come over there. And then that's going to be our separation. Because after a year, we're going to rekindle.
Separated ourselves from that house. Listen, okay. She said, no, we're not doing divorce. Drake? Like, girl.
Drake?
That's it. I'm like, Did I put Wendy try? Okay. Wendy tried to hug Giselle. And she didn't want to hug her because let Giselle tell it. Wendy drug her name through the mud last season. But, Giselle, I need you to come to the front of the class. Like, I need you to stand forward because of all people to have an attitude with somebody for talking about you, you are the last person to do so. You have talking mess about Ashley's husband and Ashley. You didn't talk the mess. You didn't drug Karen and Ray through the mud. Didn't wore shirts and everything.
Had a whole shirt, wanted her to read the back of it.
Yes. And then did all of this and then turned around and still smile in their face and try to be their friends. But Wendy said some stuff last season that was absolutely true. Absolutely true.
She reminds me of the Nene. You can and a Kenya. You can throw it, but when somebody throw that tail back to you,
it's a problem.
Throw it in the circle. you can't take it because all that stuff that she was saying was nothing but true. You was mad because somebody finally clapped back on you, and you probably was even more mad because not only did she clap back, but she your soror sister. And y'all supposed to stick together like a sisterhood. Wendy and Giselle are AKAs.
No, I don't think I knew that.
I think they said that when she first came.
I mean, I didn't pay attention. I'm sorry.
Let me make sure because you know people get serious about they.
I know somebody is something, but I know that they were in the same sorority. If so, but yes, Giselle, girl, sit down. Like, I don't appreciate you. Look, I don't appreciate you having an attitude with her, and you are the one that is always coming for everybody else. But just like Jasmine said, you can take it, you can throw it, but you can't take it, and that's not cool, not at all. And then the last thing that I have is Giselle again when she sees Mia. If you maybe had spoken to Mia prior, okay, maybe she's correct. Maybe if you would have spoken to Mia, like, and kind of maybe confirm what was going on, then I necessarily, like, either way it go, it was like for somebody to come up and you like, oh, this is what cancer look like. This what cancer, no cancer look like. Like,
Not the time nor the place.
That's disrespectful. Like, you don't even know, you haven't even spoken to this woman to even really know what's going on. You're just assuming that she's attention seeking or whatever. And even if she was, you have not confirmed that yet because you have not had a one-on-one conversation with her. So to say that to her as the first thing you, at least from what we see, the first thing you say to her is, "This what cancer or no cancer look like?" Like, that is rude. That was, what type of question is that? Like,
very rude.
That's
not even something to approach. Like, that's not even something to play with. Like, you got mad at her for quote unquote playing around with cancer, but yet you can play around with it. Like, why would you approach her like that at a public venue? Like, that's rude. Like, no. Like, but it's Giselle, so it's just, I'm not making no excuse for her, but that's her. That's how she rolls.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm still confused as to what's going on. And then they lied on Karen, or she lied on Karen.
I said no. I said Karen did not agree. She said y'all feel that it's weird. I feel that it's unique. And then she even told them that it's judgmental for them to be singing about that baby.
That's the last thing I wrote. They lied. Giselle lied on Karen because Karen did not say that. She's like you said. She said, "Okay, if y'all think that's weird." She said, "Well, I just think it's whatever." And that's when she said she wouldn't have personally did it, whatever. But she said she would have when she even told she had told me that I would have went to Jesus, whatever. But that's it, y'all. So I guess we'll find out as the season go on what's going on with her because I really don't even know. Because she said she snapped on Giselle talking about she had lymphoma or they had called her. Somebody called her and told her she had cancer. So I'm thinking maybe possibly the way it would be is like, somebody call and they give you a misdiagnosis. Maybe that's what it was. But I don't know. We'll have to follow up because I don't follow her on social media to be following.
I don't either.
Real life updates.
I don't think I follow any of the Potomac ladies.
I don't think I do either.
I don't think I do.
I don't think I do either.
They was worth my click.
But all right, y'all. That's episode 1. She said y'all ain't even worth the click. Now listen, but y'all can work this. This should be worth your click. Click on this and watch it. And let us know what y'all thought. We'll be back next week. Okay, we're gonna try to come to y'all every Tuesday.
Stand beside y'all.
Okay. We're going to stand beside it. We're going to stick beside it. Y'all let us know y'all thoughts in the comment because down below. Because let me tell y'all, these people is tripping. I still just can't believe Robin said she would.
I think that was like the biggest thing I said. I had to pause it.
I spoke out loud. I said, girl, what?
I had to pause it. I paused it. I said, nope. I'm going to rewind it because she didn't just say that. I'm going to rewind it and we're going to play this over again. And she still proceeded to say the same thing when I first saw it.
Crazy.
I said, no. And I'm surprised the way that Ashley be clapping back. Like, I'm surprised that Ashley didn't even just come at
that was
Robin.
But that was
I know it was the confessions, but I'm just saying when they was like, girl, that ain't no divorce. Like how they was like, coming at her or whatever like that. Like, y'all ain't say nothing to Robin. Robin doing the same thing. Like,
Robin been divorced.
Y'all ain't say nothing to Giselle. Giselle, you getting back with your ex after he done had 3 kids on you. Like, you just, I don't know.
All right, y'all. Well, we'll see y'all next week. Y'all let us know what y'all think in the comments. Peace out.
Bye. To the little.